Ladies and gentlemen, Oz needs no introduction. He's going to be covering the recent moon mining debacles, as well as the Skyhook stuff coming down, so make sure you check us out, and we're going to see what Oz has to say for this next Oz report. Let's see what he has to say.
This is the Oz report for September 28th, 2024, and we're going to start with Plex and Plex adjacent items, and for that I'm going to jump.
I'm going to make this faster because my ADD can't handle it.
We're going to go look at Plex, and Plex is absolutely out of control. Going to the sky, 5.67 sell price, and you might be wondering, why the hell is that, Oz? And the reason is in the New Eden store. We talked about that on stream earlier. We have our beloved and hated, to be frank, 50% off hypercores. So hypercores right now, the 100 pack is 5 Plex instead of 10 Plex, and that means that this is a hypercore or not, this is a fantastic investment opportunity. If we look at hypercores, we're at prices of 300,000. So that would reflect essentially a 6 million Plex price. So right now, it's still a little bit cheaper to buy Plex and then buy hypercores than to buy hypercores on the market. Both are a very, very good investment opportunity right now because yes.
So the thing about this is, if you want to be able to get more ISK when you're playing EVE, paying attention to the start of what the ripples are, I see all these contracts, I will get to them, is how you can do that. I would pay attention, if I were you, to Plex, and as Oz says, Plex adjacent items. If you see, my God, it's even at 5.8 as we're recording this. Goodness gracious. So what you can do, instead of watching all the things in EVE, I would just watch Plex and Plex adjacent items. And you can do that by going into your market. You right-click Plex, add to market quick bar. It is now right here. You don't have to search for it now. You can just press click quick bar and then press Plex. You can add folders to this. I have a folder that just has money as a symbol, and then I move all of the money items into it, and now there's that, and I can collapse this, make it larger, make it smaller. You know, you can do the best you can there. You can check all the items that you need to do. I have this on my laptop for all of my PI because I'll be on my laptop talking to my wife while I'm like messing with PI, and I have a folder that's just for PI that I check all of my stuff. So for example, he mentioned that there's a hypercore sale. Okay, what we're going to try to do when we react to the Oz report is we're going to give you actionable stuff that you can use in your EVE journey. Oz talks about the theory and the marketing stuff. I'm going to tell you how to use it and get it done. So definitely showing up there, incredible stuff. So once you search your hypercores out and you add them into your market quick bar, you're going to see that hypercores have been at half, but 0.52 million, okay? But they're currently going for 0.3. So what you can do if you have spare liquid ISK is you go right now today and you go put some buy orders in for hypercores like I am, okay? I have, right now, I'm sitting on a solid 49 billion ISK, and I say that because we're going to be giving 5 billion away. We did a giveaway earlier on stream. Don't miss our live streams, thank you. So I'm sitting on 49 billion ISK. So what I'm going to do, because hypercores are extremely low, and they will go up. They have gone up. So take your spare liquid ISK, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go make a buy order here, not a sell order because I don't have any. I don't have any right now. I'm going to go make a buy order of just above what they're doing to guarantee that I'm going to sell it in my station. That's typically my strategy. Everybody has their strategy, and I'm going to set this for 3 months because the fee does not increase at the duration, okay? So you can do as long the duration you want. The only thing with this is it locks in your ISK. And if you cancel the order, you lose the broker fee. We're going to have a whole guide about like market manipulation and trade skills in EVE, so make sure you sub for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw, give me like, what is this? This is 4 billion, 43 billion, so I can't do that much. That's way too much. Give me what is this? 145 million ISK. Give me 4,000. What is that? Was that a billy? No, I want more, dude. Give me 8,000. Give me 2.5 billion. What I'm doing with this is I'm going to invest on stream right now on this video live 2.3 billion ISK into hypercores. I'm going to buy this. Thank you very much. And I'm just going to double confirm. How are we doing? 287,500. It's a lot of money. 287,400. Yes, I want to do that. When those fulfill, because they will, I'm going to put those hypercores into a box. Okay, we normally keep my hypercores or any of that stuff in a 2-cell box. and I deal with it later. So here is a container. I'm gonna name this +2. That's how I say organized, y'all. You're gonna get some stuff, hypercores, okay? And I'm gonna put what's this? We're in October. I'm gonna put this for December. I'm gonna put a 2-cell December. I'm gonna check back in on the items I put in this in 2 months. I label it 2-cell December. When those hypercores fulfill, I will drag those hypercores from my item hanger into the 2-cell December folder, and I'm not gonna think about what's in that folder until December. I'll check back in on those items, how they're doing on the market, how are things, and then I'm going to see if it's time to sell. If these hypercores are at a decent percentage up, I'm just gonna start liquidating. That's what we're gonna do. So you can get this information by watching Oz and my videos to know how to invest, where to invest. Just some actionable stuff for y'all. Let's keep hearing what Oz has to say for this lovely time.
They will be slower to recover probably this time just because a lot of large investors, including myself, we weren't able to liquidate in time before they had another sale. Which is completely on us, because it's not like we didn't have enough time. If you look at the graph here, the last one was in March, so essentially we can get ready for this sale happening every 6 months from now on. Because typically CCP just repeats things that work, and this worked for them. A lot of people spent Plex on this sale, and so they're going to keep on going. Expect hypercores to maybe this time not reach 450 again. Maybe 400 will be the max, depending on how many people actually take advantage of this, especially the ones that are using Plex to buy hypercores, because if you use Plex, then you're basically creating hypercores from thin air, and that might have nothing to do at all with the actual demand that there is in the game. So as long as you keep that in mind, I think if you buy at 300k, it's pretty much guaranteed that the price is going to increase. The question is just how long is it going to take, and how long are you willing to wait for that payday?
So, and how do you do that calculation? How do you know how long it's going to take? Well, you look at the past, and you can kind of see how stuff went. So we had the big sale, and this sale was in, what is that? 3rd month? I'm not going to do math because my brain can't handle it. It was at 0.26 million, okay? And this was in month 3. And then month 4, it was up 0.1 million ISK. It was up like, what is that, 10 million? Or is that 100 million? I'm not going to do math here. It went up by a factor of that much. And then in month 6. So a good 3 months after, we're still just shy of 0.4 million, but then in month 7, we're at 0.4 million. So I'm buying at 287, okay? And I want to sell, let's say I wait another 4 to 5 months, and this sells at 0.44 million ISK. I will have almost doubled my ISK. Do you understand? EVE is a game where you can actually invest and actually play the market as long as you look at the current market data and the price history and zoom out. This is why we use our folders. I will check on this every 2 to 3 months. I will keep naming this folder Sell February, Sell April, and I will keep going into next year. And when I'm ready to sell, I will sell, and I will take my investment of 2 billion ISK and change, and I will make 3.5 to 4-ish on that. Let's keep watching the man himself. Okay.
All right. If we look at large skill injectors and skill extractors, there really isn't that much going on. So large skill injectors are pretty much flat. Extractors pretty much flat. Nothing going on there. With the super high Plex price in combination with that, that just means that
some people have entire accounts that 1, 2, 3 characters are just sitting there farming skill points. They pay for the Plex in order to have a 12-month sub. They pay for the skill extractor fees and the Omega plus MCT. Okay, so all this right now with the high Plex prices means these people that are not paying any real money are actually losing 505 million ISK every single month. So if this is something that I made a skill extractor video on how to do it many moons ago, and it still does very well. Thank you for watching. And if you're doing this, just be careful. How can you rectify this? Well, the easy way is to just pay CCP money for your monthly sub. You don't have to spend money on your Omega. I recommend using Marquee Dragon's shop and using code Loru on that shop in order to get the cheapest Omega there is, in order to do the best kind of gaming you can for the cheapest. Now, you shouldn't just buy Plex outright. It's on the shop in case you need it. It's there, okay? What I recommend you do, every 2 to 3 months, there's a Plex sale. We talk about it a lot. When there is one, you want to get like the 1500 or the 3K Plex deal. You don't want to buy Omega. Many of you just said,
but Loru, I thought you could get Omega for cheap. No.
What you want to do is you want to buy the Plex at Marquee shop using my code, okay? Or Oz's code, bless. Pick Oz's code. You know what? We're reacting to Oz's code, so we're going to show you this with Oz's code instead, okay? We're going to add to cart, then we go to checkout, and then if you type in code LORU for me, or OZ for Oz, I believe that's his, and we press apply. If it's not, I will go to his video and I will find it. If it's not, I will look at it. Use creator code Oz. So I think his creator code is over on the main Eve store as well. Mine is LORU, so you can use that. I'll show it to you because it's not updating, because maybe Oz is just on the other thing. So once you type in code LORU or code Oz on the main Eve Online place, you'll see the discount there. I know it's not a big discount, it's only a couple percentage, but this is the same items you're already buying for less money. Enjoy it. So you buy your Plex on Marquee's site, the link's in the description. You wait for the Plex sale. You use code Loru to get it on sale again. Then you come in game. Follow me here. You go to the NES store, okay, the New Eden store, the NE store, okay. You use your Plex you've already gotten on sale to buy Omega in the game store. If you do this when there's a Plex sale and you use code Loru, and then you get the 6 or the 12-month Omega, you'll be paying for Omega for about $12 or $13, depending on which bundle you get. This is one of the cheapest ways to get Omega. So if you want to support Oz and his awesome content, make sure you go to the official EVE Online store and use creator code Oz, or you can use my code Loru on Marquee's store for a discount, or the official store code LORU. Thanks for using it. 400 of you used it last month, and over 300 of you have used my official creator code since inception. Thank you very much. You're supporting your favorite creators. God bless y'all. Let's get back to the video. Good.
Even more negative than it was last week.
I don't care, Inferno. Let's continue.
So we're at minus $500 million per account. If you're subbing at the 12-month for Plex subscription, and that is very, very negative. That is a vastly different picture than a year ago, and so very interesting to see where that's going. Yes, there are still some large-scale farmers that are making a profit because their cost base is going to be lower, but still, this is quite a significant KPI that we have. Now, returning back to the Oz report, one thing we immediately see if we look at this dashboard is raw moon materials.
Look at the moon.
Look at this. There are, just 8.
Gah. Okay. He'll probably say this. Should you invest in moon materials? I don't think so. Because I think with the Equinox moon drills being a thing, I think these are going to crater. And these are going to still go very low. What I would do is look up what these items make up in industry and see how useful they are to you, and then try to buy them to resell later, or at least to stock up on those things. So let's here's how you can use Oz report stuff. If you see, for example, titanium is like trending down, we go into our search bar inside of Eve in the top left corner. We type in titanium. We go to commodities, go to the material, titanium. You do show info, then you go to industry. This is what titanium is used in. You can assume that if the price of titanium is going down, then the price of things made with titanium will go down. Okay, so go stock up on these in order to then resell them later or make into other things. So what is titanium chromide made into? So this is used for a bunch of other patterns and stuff. So let's look at the price of these. Titanium chromide. So you can see that the price of these are steadily going down, okay? These are going down. They used to be 8,540, and now they're bottoming at 5.8. So they're going way, way down. So you can take your extra liquid ISK and pepper in a couple buys here and there onto various items that you see going down and try to hit the market there. Or you can try to buy these at a low price and turn them into other stuff via your industry skills. So industry is one of those skills that continues to be awesome, and we will have more guides on those, goodness gracious. Because EVE is such a deep game, I guarantee you, the deeper you go into the industry rabbit hole, the more ISK you will make. Okay?
Moon materials from R4 to R8 and higher, dropping at least 12% and some of them 25%. On average, moon materials dropped 10% in price this week. And that is massive if you consider the fact that the daily trade volume is 360 billion. It's the second highest raw material category after basic minerals. And it's the basis of pretty much all tier 2 manufacturing and more in EVE Online. So
it's the basis of most of tier 2 manufacturing as well. Now's the time I would also go stock up on your favorite T2 mods. Go buy your favorite T2 modules, right? Like, let's go see. Let's go look. I use a lot of, let's say we have like, for my Dominic's fit that's very popular over on the YouTubes. We love our 425mm railguns. Let's look at the price of these. We can see that this has been, it's been up and down. It is starting to, and indeed is going down. So if this is something you use, if this module is something you use, go put a buy order in for like 40 of these, because they will sell for less, because the base price of the things that make these up are going to sell. Do your research. Don't just buy the item I show you on screen, right? But if you use an item a lot, I will check those contracts soon, then go check your market buys and go see if you can get the same items for cheaper.
A 10% hit on those prices is, really good or really bad depending on where you're at. Certainly, this is going to lead to cheaper ships. Certainly. This is also going to devalue inventory if you have it, and it's also going to make mining moon materials less worth it especially if you're doing it manually and not through the Metanox moon drills. And certainly the changes that we saw in the patch this week that just made the whole operation safer is one aspect of people either panic selling their moon materials because that is what they're expecting, or increased materials entering the system through.
See, we just covered in a recent video how the moon mining changes with the Equinox moon drill, making it easier to use it, making the Skyhook harder to raid, making the base of all of the Equinox-focused materials more prolific for the defenders, not for the PvPers. It's much harder to PvP those now, right? That is, of course, going to have an impact on the market. And if you want to make sure that you're making the most ISK with your EVE investments, and if you're like EVE poor and you don't know what to do with your investments, these are the kind of videos for you, okay? This is why we're doing this. I hope y'all learned some stuff and pick up the knowledge as we move forward. So let's keep this going.
Metanox moon drills. To me, I said this earlier on stream, a 10% reaction is too big for it to be an organic thing. It's definitely panic selling. And so one aspect here is maybe have a look at some of these that were sold just too much. All right. And so yes, as Ethar Tepa 4 pointed out, certainly so Skyhooks are the ones that got directly implemented or impacted this week of in terms of getting safer. Metanox overall operations are cheaper though, and if Nullsec doesn't have to focus on defending Skyhooks all the time, then they might have more attention to defend their Metanox moon drills actually. So
that's a really good point. Oh my god, I didn't think about that when we were talking about. Oh my god, dude, that's such a good point. Oh, I'm playing EVE is so freaking smart, dude. If you're not spending as much time defending your Skyhooks, because they just made Skyhooks harder to raid, they're doing other things, right? And including defending their Metanox moon drills. So if Skyhooks are not going to be as raided as much, Metanox moon drills will have the things that are causing the moon rock prices plummeting. This price will continue to go down. My prediction is you will see these moon rock mats continue to go down. It is going to cause a very big ripple effect that is not going to stop for many months, especially with the ISK injection we're about to get as of the recording of this video from Crimson Harvest and then Winter Nexus coming up very, very shortly. We'll have a bunch of guides for those too.
Either way, a 10% drop is too much. It's an overreaction. So possibly also an investment opportunity there. Just check it out. Yeah, let's go back to the Oz Report dashboard. Interestingly enough, we have something like, a salvage material like Tangled Power Conduit up 50%. That is for an isolated incident. That is not, Tangled Power Conduits are for tier 1 rigs right? That's more an isolated.
Tangled power conduits. Tangled power conduits. So what we do whenever there's a big unit that we see here, these are Tech 1 salvage. Absolutely moving up a lot right now. We're going down a bunch. These are probably used in some kind of sovereignty crafting or something. It's just starting to get picked up a bunch. So if you're an explorer, if you're a salvager and you're sitting on a bunch of these, I would go sell them now. I would not try to necessarily craft these. They're literally worth nearly double the price that they were worth before. Yeah, well, sorry, not double. They're worth about 10% more. They're still trending up. Not a massive price increase, but with these little items, if you've got 1 million of these sitting around, that's a big margin. I would sell these right now. Don't just right-click your item and press sell. You're going to come in here. You're going to, let me show you what you're going to do if you want to try to sell something here, chat, okay? You never, ever just want to right-click something and sell. Let's say I want to sell this crappy little item right here. Okay. I'm going to right-click this. You're going to sell it. Don't ever just go, yeah, sell it. That's it. That's it. You're going to view the market details, and you're going to see, I would have sold this for 5,500, but it's going for 11. Don't ever just right-click something and sell it. There's your quick little tip there. I put it right underneath whatever is in my station for 3 months, and then I put it up. Now I have to wait for that to sell. A player has to buy this, but it's in there, ready to go. So don't ever just right-click something and then press sell. Samuel says moon mining is crashing. Gas prices are crashed for both low sec and wormhole gas. A lot of stuff crashed right now, yeah. It looks like they are not enjoying the miners. Yes, they're putting the health of Equinox systems over the mental health of the miners. So, you know, we'll talk about that in future videos as well.
Incident. What's more interesting is if we're looking at Ukomi superconductors, sterile conduits. These are planetary commodities, especially the sterile conduits P4s that are used in structures and structure modules. And so those that certainly indicates people replacing structures, building new structures, as we have seen in the last months.
Makes sense.
As well. We're still seeing a lot of movement in X-type Dead Space modules, but that has slowed down quite considerably. If we look at what's in short supply, I mean, Plex is concerning. You know, Plex. People always call me out for saying this, but honestly, if you have Plex sitting around, it is not a bad time to sell. Yes, we have seen Plex price increasing, and you might say to yourself, well, you know, why should I sell now? On the other hand, it's not a God-given right that Plex will continue to increase. Yes, if things...
So this is basic investment theory. Okay. Plex is at the highest it has been in the history of EVE Online, and it's mooning the past couple months. It has not stopped. It has not slowed. You saw last year in November, January, it was pretty static at like 4.8 chilling. Then in March, it was like, okay, we're hitting like 5 mil. It went down again, 4.9. There was some Plex sale. 5 mil, you know, 5.1, 5.2. Like, look at this orange line. Okay, this orange line is the moving average, and you can see the moving average has not stopped going up in, what is this, since July? In 4 months now. If you have Plex, now is the time to sell it for ISK. But the argument that Oz is talking about is, but if it's gonna
keep going up, why would I sell it if it's gonna be worth 6 million in 2 months?
Here's what you do. Nothing is guaranteed, and we're not Nostradamus. Okay, you don't know if it's going to keep going up. We know it's mooning today, as of this recording, right now, if you're watching this live. What I would do is I would take the Plex you have, and I would sell half, 1/3. I would sell as much as you need to sell to get a bunch of good ISK. But then, I don't stop there. Buy the ships that you're going to fly. Invest in hulls. One of my best advices to you, especially after what he just said, where moon materials are plummeting. You see a lot of people, the T2 materials, the big ships that are coming in, the changes to Marauders, the changes to battleships. There's really never been a better time to buy Tech 1 battleships, all those kind of things. Buy them now. I will show you this folder I have. As an EVE creator, I invest in hulls. Yes, this is a 75 billion ISK folder. I buy hulls on ships I'm going to make at some point, and that I use a lot. I have been doing this for years, where I will sell Plex when it moons, and I will buy hulls for ships that I use in other places. So I use a lot of deluges. I got 4. I don't got to worry about them. If I lose one, doesn't matter to me. I got these. Will the prices go up and down of these? Sure. Here's a fun one. Here's a fun one. You know that. Where's my orcas? Where's my orcas? I have 2 of these, just big chilling. Only 1 marshal in this station. You know how it goes, Jim. Orcas have been really weird, where they're 1.8 billion, and they're chilling around 2 billion. I was able to get these at about 1.7, when it was like 1.7 something, and here's like 1.8. I put buy orders in at lower prices, and I just let them sit. I would sell for ISK to sell orders what you can afford to sell, and I would buy a stockpile of your favorite ships, modules, ammo, and oh, here's a good one. Get yourself a set of +5 implants, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if you don't have these, that is the thing to get with these. Get you the improved +5 implants so that you can train skills faster. Copy my clone for my training clone that I use for light hauling, only in high sec, and in a very hard to catch ship. I see you, gankers, I see you. And get you the +5s and get the biology implants that you can use to make your cerebral accelerators do more, okay? This is plenty of information for you to use. Sell Plex for ISK today, because it's mooning right now. You're not promised that it stays. CCP could put out a crazy sale tomorrow that makes Plex sales tank. Tomorrow. They could. Sell it today. Go, if you're watching this video, pause it
right now and go sell your Plex. Thank you very much. Okay.
Do that. Copy this clone. Go get it. This clone is like a 5-6 billion ISK thing. Go do that and get your goodies. Enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep listening to Oz.
Continue to go as they are now. If people are buying less Plex with cash, at least not having it hit the market, or if there continues to be high demand for Plex because of good sales that CCP puts on in the New Eden store, then there's a good chance that it will continue in that direction. Still, though, certainly not a terrible idea to liquidate some of it, because the current Plex prices are reaching definitely unhealthy limits, and it's reasonable to think that at some point CCP is going to do something, even though their hands are also tied within the bounds of what they can do in terms of price.
Right.
Especially if they keep making sub prices more expensive. I can't not talk about Maxon. All right, Maxon is not dropping. Maxon increased in price quite radically. Oof. So let's go here. Let's look at Maxon.
See how he's got the folders? Good man.
We talked about it in the last few weeks. Maxon has vastly increased in price, and it seems to be sticking. So we're at, whereas 50 was the average price that we were seeing up until July, now it seems to be settling in at 70, which is quite significant. And supply is running dry. And so
what should you do with this information? Go mine Maxon. Go get some. Go get you a prospect. Go into low sec. Go into null sec. Go get you the goodies. Y'all, that's really it. It's just that simple. If you see something going up like this, 50% more value, go get a prospect. Go get you a good-looking mining ship. Go watch Jake Leeds videos on mining, y'all. And mine. I see you both there. No reason we can't share the love, you know what I'm saying? And go get you some good ISK, okay? That's the easiest part. Go mine Maxon. That's it. So.
Maxon, definitely something, if you're a large-scale trader, definitely something to keep an eye on. I am liquidating, so full transparency right now. I have a big stockpile of Maxon. I am liquidating because I don't think this price is going to hold.
Sell, baby.
You know, that's because I do believe for most of these raw materials in the cyclical nature, because at some point, not necessarily the game economy is going to fix itself, but at some point, CCP steps in and does changes to restore the balance or change the balance. For Maxon, I hope it doesn't go the way of Isogen, where it just keeps on going up, and CCP doesn't do enough to relieve the bottleneck. Up until this week, we'll get to that in a second. But with Maxon, I do think that it is a good opportunity to liquidate.
Sell your stuff.
Isogen, on the other hand, we did see a big drop in prices there. It was already dropping that week. That's why it's not showing up on our dashboard. But we are seeing prices that are at least now approaching pre-Equinox levels. Pre-Equinox, everyone expected Isogen to be dropping because everyone was expecting nullsec to be able to influence more the asteroids that they mine and therefore inject more Isogen into this Isogen-hungry economy.
Right.
That didn't happen because the mining anomalies weren't as good as people expected, and that's why the price went back up.
Yep.
And now CCP, with the last patch, or the patch the week before last, CCP did introduce some measures to relieve Isogen demand. That has brought it down significantly, but not below what people were expecting before Equinox. So very interesting to see.
That is weird. I hear it. I would sell your Maxon, and I would buy Isogen. I would practice what you preach, Loru. I would buy Isogen now because I don't expect. Yeah, you can already see it's kind of like it went down. Now it's kind of bottoming out again, right? So people are like wise to this, and you can see the volume. That's this blue graph here. You can see the volume here. We have 400 million pieces of Isogen being bought and sold today versus only 200 million pieces yesterday. Okay, so already people are trying to like reset this price and go in. So if you are someone that uses Isogen for your crafting various things, and I would go in there and I would once again place a buy order for the good stuff. Let's do a solid. What is 20,000 going to get me? That's 7 million. Oh, that's nothing. Jeez Louise. 70 million. What is this? 700 million. Let's do 2 million Isogen. Give me 5 million Isogen. I think that's going to be plenty. Let's do this for 3 months, and we're going to have this within 2 jumps. Give me 2 jumps there. This is just what I normally do, chat, to figure out stuff. We're going to look at this 149.2. Yep, let's do it. Give me a solid 1.7 billion. This is how you should be looking at your EVE investments. Is if you have a spare ISK and you see a ISK making opportunity, you take a portion of your ISK and you buy stuff with it and then sell it later. One of the reasons why I'm able to sit comfy at many tens of billions of ISK is because I play the market and you play the long game. The more you do that, the more ISK you'll have.
I don't think that with the current parameters, Isogen is going to drop more. I think it's going to take a lot more than that. Right now Isogen at 364 buy is somewhere around here. That is, that's not a massive change yet, and to me, it's still a little bit too expensive. So I am not
incredible.
I'm not buying Isogen.
He's not buying Isogen, chat. I'll buy it. Don't worry, Oz. Ladies and gentlemen, this video will be in the link description. I'm going to link it to stream right now. Definitely go give Oz a like. Go watch his video. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe right here. All of our EVE guides are right here, guaranteed to make you space rich when you watch them. Enjoy. We'll see you in the next one, and thanks very much, Oz.